Let's take a look at another example. Pause the video if you need to, read the question, and then continue with the video. It says, how much would you need to invest now to be able to withdraw $6,000 at the end of every year for the next 20 years? Assume a 12% interest rate. So again, we go through a series of questions before we go ahead and determine which formula to use. First question is a question asking for a sum of money now or a sum of money in the future. It's asking for a sum of money now. It says, how much money would you need to invest now to be able to withdraw $6,000? So the answer is now. The next question is, and again, if it's now, you know that we're going to be using present value, right? If the answer is future, we will use future value. Next question is the amount involved a lump sum or an annuity? Is this going to be one sum that we're going to withdraw or a series of equal sums? It says we're going to be withdrawing $6,000 at the end of every year for the next 20 years. So it is an annuity. It's a $6,000 annuity. We know that this is an annuity. And then every time it's an annuity, we also have to determine, is this an ordinary annuity or an annuity due? Ordinary means end of the year. Annuity due means beginning of the year. The question says end of the year, so this is going to be an ordinary annuity. Next, we have to look at the principal amount, interest rates, and number of periods. The principal amount, in this case, the amount that they have given us is actually the amount of the annuity, and that is the principal. We're going to use that as the principal amount. It's really not the principal amount, it's a payment. So let's just change this wording here to payment. What about the interest rate? Again, interest rate, you have to be aware of what is your compounding period. So are you compounding annually, quarterly, semi-annually, and so on? This question doesn't mention anything, so we are assuming it's annual compounding. So if it's annual compounding, it's easy. Interest rates are always stated as an annual percentage, so 12% is the interest rate. The number of periods, they're talking about 20 years, so the number of periods is 20. Now that we have all the information, let's go ahead and calculate the present value. So they want to know how much we need to invest now. Invest now is calculated by present value. To do that, you start off with your equal sign, click or type in PV, open parentheses, and then it tells you the order you need to type everything in. The rate we know is 12. Don't forget to put your percentage. That's 12%. The number of periods is 20. The payment amount is $6,000. There is no future value. We don't have any information on that, so we're going to put 0. And then the type. So is this going to be a 0 or a 1? It's an ordinary annuity, which means end of the period, we're going to put a 0. Close parentheses, and you get $44,816.66. Again, to do the calculation, you have to close parentheses and hit enter. And then it'll calculate the amount for you. So, what does this mean? We need to invest $44,816.66 now to be able to withdraw $6,000 at the end of every year for the next 20 years, assuming we receive a 12% interest rate. That's it for this question.